This is Random Sergeant. Welcome to the Random Child. We're going to be playing, we're doing the best choices of Chapter 18 of Wizard's Fantasy Rogue's Choice, Pantless in Ring City by Sam Landstrom. Finish the chapter. Let's go with the best choices. Here we go. The best option in this situation was retreat the window. That's what I chose. At least that's the best option to me in my eyes. But I'm gonna go with another option that gives me more points. No, actually, no, that's fine. Actually calls out apologies. We thought you were someone else. Would reduce one life because obviously they're gonna set everything on fire. But it gives us a favor, which I don't think we necessarily need. Yeah, I think I'm gonna exchange that. That's a pretty good exchange. One life for a favor. I think that's fine. So call out apologies. We thought you were someone else. Apologies, favor increases 1. Apologies, you thought you were someone else. You shot from the window. Egro laughs. Within the darkness of the cowl, you see 2 burning red eyes. So far, in your experience, glowing red eyes have not been a good thing. Apology not accepted, says Egra. He raises a gloved hand. You don't need Egra to tell you that he is not about to give you a friendly wave. You lean back just as a wall of flame blazes up, filling the window opening, a window of fire. The heat is terribly intense, and you're completely naked. Aside from your amulet, your skin stinges from the blast, and you're driven back. And that's fine. That's a decent option. I still lose 1 life, but I do get 1 more favor, so I think that's a fair trade. This was the correct option. The answer was Lich. This was the correct option. A Lich and the devil walked into an inn. This was the okay option. I'm favored by Chis, which I still prefer, but I think I'm gonna go with this one because it gives me 2 favor, which is I have the love of Ohre. I don't know why would we tell him that we have Ohre on our side, but we'll say that. Favor increases 2. You have started to learn that it's best not to lie to powerful beings if you can help it. I have the love of Ohre. This is about as close as you can get to the truth. Love is a strong word, says Egra, but we are developing a passive fondness for you. The devil's eyes widen slightly. A drop of blue saliva forms from his jaws as he regards you. Finally he says, perhaps not such a good thing for you. Ohre is an unpopular god, trickster that he is. It is said that he is hunted now, even as you are. I suppose you have that much in common. What makes you think he favors you? You shrug. I'm a gambler, so is Ohre. And so Ohre is a god to worship as another. He has come through for me many times. Where is Chuckles? As a cheater, you mean? It is Chis that is the patron for gamblers and their precious luck. Ohre is for cheaters and pranksters. Too many gamblers favor Chis. Ohre is more likely to hear my prayers and the prayers of the lowborn. The god devil shakes his head. So many mortals think the gods listen to them. Such arrogance. The multiverse is too large a place for that. He leans towards you, his fangs easy in striking distance. Now give me... Yeah, this is the same thing after that. This was the correct option that we found out after dying, after choosing Drala's daughter, which was the wrong option. I know where Nuxia says this is the correct option that we chose last time as well. This was the correct option, Pegasus. I think I chose a pretty good choice with the illusion one, which I'm probably gonna go down as well, but apparently try to bargain just works for some reason, so we'll try to do that. Yeah, I think we're gonna try to do that. We're gonna try to bargain. Let's see. Favor increases 1. Allow me to propose a bargain, you say. No, shouts the melted head. It takes 1 shot, says the Babao head. Gets in belly, exclaims melted head. Egro laughs. Devils enjoy deals, not demons. In the corner of your eye, you catch quick movement, not far, that is getting closer. You dare not dare turn to look at it for fear of warning the demon. Whether it is friend or foe, it will at least distract the 2-headed horror. You must buy time. Drop the bow. Oops, you say. Egra laughs. Rooster, says Fury and fear in her voice. The bow slides down the roof a few meters, catches on a broken tile. Get it, shouts the Babao. The demon whip swings back the whip and flings up into the meter a few meters, where it then hovers, glowering at you. Afraid that they will lose patience altogether and renege on you, I don't know. On their 1-shot offer, you step down the roof and pick it up. You probably fumble for an arrow. In a blur of dark hair and pale skin, a figure leaps up impossibly high from nearby roofs, lands on the back of the 2-headed demon. A pale, unblemished hand with long nails wraps around the melted head's face and rips as an arm entwines around the demon's 1 wing. You see the face over the shoulder of the woman, a fetching woman with long white fangs. Ironova, you shout. Sling your blow and draw your sword, and the blade blazes brightly. This is the same thing after that. So this is a pretty good one. I didn't even have to lose favor for this. Just Ironova came in quick. Now this is an interesting choice. You get 1 morale, or you lose 2 life if you carry Adele on your back, or if you leave Adele you lose 1 morale, but technically speaking, life is worth 5 points, and so 2 life would be 10 points, and morale is like 30 points. So I think the correct option was the one that I chose, which is carry Adele on your back. And I also don't want to listen to Pyria screaming in my ear about how I left Adele behind or whatever. This was not the correct choice. Use invisibility does increase my morale, and I lose 4 favor. If I just focus on running, I will increase 1 morale and lose 1 life, which is fine by me because we're about to get life when we go inside by what was the name again? Fucking Maiden Avis. Yes, Maiden Avis is about to give us life anyway, so I'm just gonna go and focus on running. Just focus on running. Help me, you shout. Open the gate for Thogsmiter. You muster your strength and sprint as best as you can, given the fact that you have a half-elf on your back. You leap over the remnants of the destroyed wall, zigzag through the ruins. Men upon the wall are shouting. Snarls and cries and horrible language erupt around. Grisly shapes of different size burst from the ruins, some of them with an orange glint of cold steel reflected from various low-burning fires still smoldering in the wreckage. A thin demon leaps out of the door of a half-demolished house nearby, his face full of teeth and his claws extended. There's a flurry of whistling arrows and bolts. The tooth and claw, a demon shrieks as it's struck by several arrows, what might be bolts from a crossbow. It falls and twists and writhes on the ground as you veer around it. Many more arrows whistle over your head around you. Snarls and guttural shouts echo nearby and behind as arrows most likely find their mark. Life decreases 1. There's a angry whistle close by and then pain. 1 arrow from the walls appears to have winged your shoulder, eliciting a fresh gout of warm blood to drench your night skirt. So many wounds. You run, your legs burning, your back aching, sucking in air. This is the same thing after this, I believe. The gate ahead opens, men pouring out. Yes. One of the knights carries the Aletheia, her beautiful face, that. I think the same thing after that. Leaving flanks befalling. Fine work working. Drawing the roaches out, shouts a man from the battlement as you near them. Mustering what strength you have, for the love of God, says one man. You jumped out of the mouths of hell, carrying a naked maiden, no less, says another. Now that is a hero. A man who understands priority, shouts another, which is accompanied by some scattered laughter. Stop gawking, get a healer. Oh, that's a good. This is way better than the last one. The last one was just annoying. This is way better than the one we did. I decreased 1 life, this is way better still. This was the correct choice, which is Avis's body possessed by something else. You can go down another route by thinking Azazel is changing a shape, in which case you can use your sword, which will probably just like not shine because it's not Azazel, so you would know that okay, it's not Azazel. You could also use your dagger, in which case you would get favor for attacking Maiden Avis, but she'll probably beat the shit out of you because your life decreases 3. So I'm just gonna go with the one I went with, which was the correct choice. Avis's body possessed by something else. Technically, in terms of points, I think the best option is fight with your sword, but I think tactically speaking, the best option for me, which I chose, was cast Slippery Spell, which I'm going to choose again, which for me, tactically speaking, is the best option. But technically, according to from RPG logic, you should go with fight with your sword, will give you the most points. So we're gonna go with cast Slippery Spell like we did last time. Same thing after that. So there are various options you can go for. I went joined with the dwarves, which is a decent option, nothing too problematic. You just lose life, get morale. You can lose favor with the Slippery Spell and get morale. There's another option to transform into a giant, which will essentially give you like 4 morale, decrease 1 life as well, and obviously 4 favor. But I think the more fun option that I'm seeing right here is cast a large illusion, which is 5 favor. A few options come to you. Which do you choose for your illusion? You can also choose the Mounted Knight, which is fine, but Squadron of Elves seems to be giving a lot and taking a lot, so it seems like kind of fun. So we're gonna go with Squadron of Elves. I did like fighting with the dwarves, you know, not a problem with that. I just going with off of this because this seems like fun. You have seen enough elves now to make an excellent illusion of them. One thing I've learned about demons, you think they hit elves. Perfect, champion, exclaims Egra. Distraction indeed. The elves rush out from behind the now writhing mass of discouraged soldiers. Charged with long thin swords, their falsetto voice is raised and courageous battle cry. Egra has added a few tweaks of her own. One else that passes close to you has a flower behind her pointy ear. His long silken blonde hair streams out behind him as he charges with his brethren. As demons spill through the holes in the wall, they pause to eviscerate soldiers wounded by the Lich's devastating attacks. However, when they see the elves, they scream in bloody rage, forgetting the wounded and even the scattered real soldier charging at them from behind Avis's position. Demons further behind take up the rageful cry, leap forward, and knock over other demons in their haste to engage the elves. Lovely, such fools. says Egra. Thankfully, this is buying your allies enough time, available time to reform lines to defend their flanks. Those lily-sniffing fairy folks ahead, shouts one of the dwarves. For shame, comes the deep voice of another dwarf. The dwarves charge past you, their chainmail ringing. They have broken their defensive turtle configuration in favor of blood and swift charge. This is an unintended consequence of the illusion, but all well. It's probably best the dwarves engage before the demons realize they're fighting an illusion anyway. Rills dodge and weave just out of reach of the demonic blades, making the demons nearly apoplectic with rage. Egra is controlling the elves, which is certainly a good thing given the complexity of the illusion. Free from having to concentrate on this yourself, you storm forward, drawing your sword. Several of the Duke's Knight, mounted upon mighty war horses, slam into the back of the demons, skewering the fiends on long lances. However, the demons barely seem to notice, being so fixated on the elves. Their first victim is an Orthrax demon, fully intent on smashing the pointy-eared head of an elf. The blade of Ivan bursts into white flame as you swing. Your blow severs the thick spine of the monster, cuts deep into the beast's torso. Despite all his rage, he can do nothing but fall to earth with a wet thump. Next, you dispatch 2 other smaller demons. You're about to pounce on the third, when suddenly all the elves disappear. The Lich ruined it. Liches love nothing more than ruining fun, complains Egra. You barely register the godling's word as you parry the blow of your intended victim, who is no longer distracted. The beast, perhaps extra angry for being denied his elven prey, attacks you in a flurry of blows, driving you back as he splits and snarls. Finally, he knocks your sword aside, so about to lob your head off with a spear punches into his side. First soldiers arrived. You and your friendly spear-wielding soldier finishes off the demon just before another fiend falls upon your new companion from behind, reaches around and rips out his throat. To the castles comes Thelmer's voice. This was actually really fun as well. I liked fighting with the dwarves, but this is kind of fun as well, I'm not gonna lie. Indeed, the tide seems to again be turning against you and your allies. There are simply too many fiends. Bolts of lightning fall from the sky, shredding the bodies of the demon and soldiers alike. Perhaps these assaults from above are from the Lich, or maybe from the screeching wind demon that are now circling. The dwarves are now in full retreat. You see no reason to question the wisdom of your elders. Follow behind, covering the dwarves from a demon who breaks away from the... Yeah, this is the same thing after this. This was the correct option. Transform into a giant, which increases 4 favor, but also gives us 4 morale, which is fine by me. As you can see, morale increases 4. This was not the correct choice. Every single choice here just ends up fucking you over. So you can lose 2 life if you keep your sword at the ready. You switch to the dagger, which I did, lose 3 life. Switch to your bow, you lose 4 life. The only option where you don't lose life is invisibility, and favor cost like 10 points, I think. So it's 40 points versus 1 morale, which will essentially just... be 30 points. So technically you're losing out on points by choosing invincibility, but I will still choose invisibility. Reason being, as I said, until unless the option where I lose life and what I gain is really good, I will not choose that, or it's not funny. I will not choose that, because I look at it from Rooster's perspective that he is actually physically getting hurt. So I only do that when the option is either funny or we getting loads of shit in return. In this situation, we're just losing life. So I think I'm gonna lose favor and increase morale. Morale decreases 4, favor decreases 4, morale increases 1. You also get some extra dialogue when you do spend a lot. You feel the thrum as the invisibility takes hold. You listen, there's nothing. You keep your sword at the ready and slow your approach even more. The glow of your blade brightens and flares up. Whatever is the nature of this evil, it must be close. Press to the outer wall as though you can see further around the bend. Someone is kneeling. Yes, it's the same thing. Helm revealing silky back hair, which is Azazel, obviously. He was a knight, yes. You creep forward. There's a glint on to the left, something of note. Looking over, you see a hulking man in plate mail behind a pillar. He has a large, dark broadsword at ready, as though sensing you. He jerks his head over to look in your direction. His visor is down, but you see a glowing red eyes, full of such pain mixed with rage. You let out a small involuntary gasp. He must have heard it, because he turns to face you, the sword out in front defensively. To your right, in your peripheral vision, you catch movement. Anal Nathrak. It's probably Anal Nathrak or something like that. Comes a familiar woman's voice. Instinctively, you know your invisibility has fallen. This is confirmed because the night fiend lunges at you with amazing speed, swinging your broadsword. You leap back, and the tip of your throat whispers past your. His blade whispers past your throat. You retreat back a few steps in the direction you came from. The fiend pursues. You try to parry his blow with the confidence of a very experienced swordsman. He knocks your blade to the side, leaving you hopelessly for a killing blow. Halt, Jackal, comes the woman's voice. Yes, the same as Azazel, the same thing. Same thing, we got the highest max marks fucking points that we could have gotten, 810. Well, we could have probably gotten a little bit more if we chose some other options or something. If you min max, they're probably like 820 or 830 or something. Last time we got 760 or something, 740. Pretty decent. We still got the best choice, I mean the best score that we got last time as well. But this was even more satisfying. The fighting with the fucking dwarves was fun, and creating an illusion of the elves was also fun, so I don't really have a choice in between. That's both fine by me. Thank you so much for watching. The link in the description to the walkthrough that I'm reading off of, which is not written by me but written by some guy right here. You can find it in the description. There's also the link to the background music. There's also a link to my Twitter, my Patreon, the game that you can find on Play Store. The link is around there. You can click on it, just go to the Play Store. And thank you so much for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. I love to read those. And see you guys next time with chapter 19. Bye bye.